What's up, my people? Beautiful day here in New York. We're still shut down, but it's beautiful out. It's 55 degrees and sunny. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about the equipment that I have, because it's very rare that it's all in the yard all at once, unless it's winter and half the stuff's in connexes, so it's out. Let's just talk about what we got here, all right? Everybody that's new to the channel, that's subscribed, yes, I did say that's subscribed, and if you're not, make sure you are, please. So I'm Mike, owner-operator of Tri-County Masonry and Excavating, also known as Dirt Boss, and today's a tour of the equipment. Here we go. All right. This is a KOBELCO SK160 excavator, hydraulic thumb, no quick attach on the bucket. It's a pin on, and we do have a couple attachments for it, a ripper and a smaller bucket for that, which is a little pain to do it without a quick attach, but that's what I got. This is AC heat, obviously, and this is what we use to dig house foundations or demo project. Next in line is my John Deere 310G four-wheel drive backhoe. Don't use this much on projects, mainly for loading out topsoil or stone, because during the season these machines are on jobs, and this one could be a yard machine. Great machine, low hours, very low hours, little touch-up paint or paint polish, whatever you want to do, and she'll be pretty. Again, to the next one in line, KOMATSU D51PX Dozer. I just got this season, and well, I bought it in the midwinter. Haven't even used it yet on a job. Can't wait for that. Next is my dirt roller, which is a 66-inch dirt roller, diesel, very good. BOMAG. It's a BOMAG one. You know, let's just check it out, what it is. I think it's a one. I can't say unless I look at it. 172-2. This BOMAG. Great dirt roller. Hydrostat. Next in line is the KOMATSU PC88-8. It's got a quick coupler, progressive link thumb, and very easy to use. This machine, this is a 20,000 pound machine. The other machine is a 38,000 pound. It's like 37.5, but with the thumb and whatnot, so 38,000. That other excavator, which is that you could max out a 20-ton trailer with that machine, so you can't go any bigger on a 20-ton. This 88 got steel tracks. Some of them do come with rubber. This one is steel. Really good machine, really quiet. People that have seen my videos know how quiet this machine is. It's really crazy how quiet it is. Inside comfort is unbelievable. I still got to put the decals on this, but it's got a scratch here and a dent here that when I picked it up at the dealer, when I bought it, it wasn't there. When I picked it up, those dents were there, and somebody got hot and heavy on a fork truck with a lull with a pallet on there, and they were turning with it out and hit it. And when I picked it up, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? That wasn't there. They looked at the cameras and then they found it. They gave me a little bit of credit on it, but so I got to get that painted before I decal it. All right, next in line is my off-road HYDREMA dump truck. Love this thing. Unbelievable power, unbelievable stability. It's 10 tons. It weighs 10 tons and it hauls 10 tons. I mean, we've heaped it up even more than that, obviously. But what a great off-road truck. It's very difficult to get one of these things stuck, I can tell you that. Do love it, and it was a big help. I picked it up a few years ago, and it was a big help doing site projects or land clearing, anything like that. All right, here we got my little farm tractor, 1962 Massey Ferguson MF35 Perkins diesel. So it's an MF35, and then it's got a 3-cylinder Perkins, which is super cool. Dead winter, don't matter. No gold plugs, no nothing. Fires right up on a dime. I used it to brush hog the fields and stuff, but I haven't in a few years because my brush hog had broke the spline. The shaft broke, and I just haven't fixed it. So that's that. We got Mustang 2105. That machine weighs 10,500 pounds. 115 Perkins diesel 4-cylinder. What a beast this thing is. High reach, I mean super high. Like triaxles like nothing, you know, and it's fast, it's smooth. It's older obviously, but I can't get rid of it because she's a yard machine, and sometimes she goes on them. If we get real busy, she goes on a different site. You know, some tires, some paint, and I think she'd be looking pretty stout. All right, next on the list is the Kubota Svl 90-2. Another 10,000 pound machine, but it's got the tracks, CTL tracks. Very stable machine in its class. It doesn't lift as high as this one. It's a little bit less in height, but it does load the triaxles, and it is powerful and smooth. I mean, the center of gravity in this thing, there's no tipping, there's no nothing. I would take this thing anywhere. It really is. Heat AC. It's a really sweet machine. On my last video, I had a lot of people talk about my tilt attachment. So basically, you have this piece right here in between the bucket and your plate, and that is what tilts, and then it hooks up the hydraulic lines here. So you have your regular attachment here that you could disconnect, which are these, and then that could stay on. Well, let me show you. Okay, let me back it out. So those ones are manual that you got to flip up and down, but on my machine itself is the right here, which is the hydraulic. So once this is up, you can see that it's a 4-inch or 5-inch plate across there, and you can see it. See how it turns? So you could use this on any attachment also, and still have hydraulics like the Harley Rake, and you get on a side hill or whatnot. The only thing you got to do is get a valve body that they also do sell, and that, you know, it's like a gyro. It lets everything go in and work. I don't know exactly how it works, but this is actually here's who makes this. Cleveland Brothers, who I bought it off of, and it is a Paladin, which that's all my attachments are that. My buckets are that. My Harley Rake is that. FFC makes that. My forks are that. So anybody that's looking to buy this, I know they were interested in it. That's what it is right there. All right, let me shut this down and on to the next. So Paladin makes Backhoe buckets, like I said, and it's FFC is they're all one company. I don't know. Good attachments though. They make a ton of them. And put this back in. All right, so we got next. Oh, I got grease on me. Of course, you can't get near any machines without getting grease on you. Next here is my, well, it's a blacktop roller, but we use it for dirt, stone, and garages. Backfilling small garages and coming up in lifts. I've had videos of that. We got some buckets, my tilt bucket here. We got jackhammer here. I rebuilt that jackhammer. That was pretty easy to rebuild. A little tricky if you don't know what you're doing, but it's not bad. Set of forks there. Might as well just go in order here. And over here, don't mind the mess. I gotta reorganize. You know, everything gets always jobbled and put around, but it's now that I have time off, I'm gonna redo all this area and just line it up better so I can access it easier. There's my water tank for my hot water pressure washer, which goes up on top of the Connex. So we have, you guys seen that before, the Harley Rake. I have this other attachment that I never even used. I bought it and don't use it. It's wicked heavy duty for picking up logs in the woods. And it has a thing that a winch could go on right there, a receiver. But this thing will grab logs and you could go around with them on and move them. For the skid steer, concrete bucket, that red bucket right there. There's my flotation mats right here. Another set of forks. Just old rollers from the New Holland I had, and brakes. I gotta bring that all to the scrap. Mortar mixer, which that's a plaster mixer also. Concrete mixer. Used tires, spares, some granite curbing left on the job. Set of grousers that were to my other skid steer. I'm actually selling those. They're like brand new, and I got a whole nother set of bushings too that go with those. That's for a 10/16/5 tire. Cribbing for working on equipment. Some more tires there, and there's the broken Brush Hog. I sheared the shaft off of it. I don't know what the hell I hit, but there's the shaft right here. This shaft is this high. The other half of it's in there. This goes underneath here. You can see where it broke off, you know. That's pretty nutty, huh? I didn't even hear it. I went around and stopped cutting, and I'm like, what the hell? I drove around the field, and there it was laying. Unbelievable. All right, this some miscellaneous blocks I had on a retaining wall. This come off of the 160 when I bought it, before I put my thumb on it. Atlas Capco diesel air cooled compressor, towable compressor. I use that all the time for jackhammering things out, and I also use it here for all my air wrenches, and whenever I'm working on stuff, that's what I'm using. My light plant, I use that as a generator also. Some light plants you can't use as a generator, but I run my whole house off of that when the power goes out. I backfeed it through my my welder outlet that was in my YouTube studio now, which used to be my shed. I plug it into that welder, turn off the power in the house, and it backfeeds right in. Another mortar mixer. This was actually my first mixer that I've ever bought when I first went in business. And you know, it was great, made me money, and I haven't used it in probably 10 years. It's been sitting here. I haven't even used that one. But it is was my first mixer I bought. There's fuel cell there. Don't use it anymore. There's an old one. Pump on it's still good though, brand new. I keep it covered. My Connex, they are full of all my hand tools and whatnot. Some culvert pipes, miscellaneous septic pipes, fuel cell. This is all. I got to build some shelving here. I don't know what I'm building here yet. You know, my thing about building the shop down here is it's been on the fence for so long because we don't know if we're going to stay here or not. So I really do need a shop though. I just can't take working the way I'm working, doing all my maintenance and repairs. 1-inch road plate AR 400. Use that to work on things. I park the trucks on that, but then we use that if we have to go on site like we did last year to cover a septic line and get into trucking. All this is just a mess. It's got to get cleaned up. Some shelving I got here, I got to put in the Connex. And so let's talk. Let me run you in the Connex real quick to show you what they look like inside if anybody hasn't seen one. The other Connex is fully messy. This one's probably messy too, but not. Okay, I don't know even know if you're gonna be able to see this. I park my skid steer in here in the winter, and a couple attachments in here. So here's a hot water pressure washer that we use to steam everything down. Mighty M. Here's my mower, Ferris mower. Concrete blankets there, and just miscellaneous stuff here that I have. So I leave this one mainly just for the equipment and stuff. Let it air out. I got another whole barn that we keep all our form boards in and all my trowel machines. I got a rider trowel machine. I got 4 or 5 power trowel walk behinds for finishing concrete, and a lot of hand tools down in those barns. There's a double door barn across the street that we store a lot of stuff in. So this mess has got to get cleaned up, you know. It's a good time now that we're shut down. We could definitely clean it up. This is so messy because everything that come out of my shed, then when I made the YouTube studio up there, is all here just piled from the winter. I haven't even got to clean none of this yet. I got to organize this. I got to build some shelves here, but you know, just the basic shop. These connexes are cool. Got all my tools here. I got a couple other boxes that I got to put up to get all this in order. Some big wrenches here, all my air lines for my jackhammering, fiber screed, which I got to work on that because it was bogging down on the last winter pour that we did. Tampers, got a sandblaster, acetylene and oxygen, a stick welder, a MIG welder, another MIG welder. This one I got the gas hookup with. Extra clothes. I got tons of clothes for when I work on stuff, but I never put them on because I seem to get greasy on all my good stuff. Just a bunch of miscellaneous construction stuff in here. Lights, shop vacs, concrete saws up there, demo saws, heaters, chainsaws, 1-inch impacts. You know, then you got chop saws. I got some carpentry stuff in here. The porta power, tile saw, 2-inch sump pump, whacker packer, another tamper back there, fan, concrete saw, another jumping jack here, jackhammer there, regular jack down there. So like I said, this has got to get better organized. I hate being this unorganized, but like I said, I dumped everything in here when I was moving that stuff out of the other shop, so I haven't even had a chance to clean that up. Now, I know people have been asking about my van, what's in it, and want a little tour, so today's the day. Let's check it out. We'll start in this compartment. Van is super handy because of all these compartments, and it's awesome. So this one's nothing. This one is just my batteries in here, and we always got to open this up to mess with the fuel cell, which is this cable here, so we leave this one quite empty. Nothing in there. This one is lead cords, anything electrical, all my electrical connectors, heat gun, just miscellaneous tools, battery chargers, drill bits, stuff like that. This is another pump sprayer, and that is concrete sealer. This one is the one I'm in every day. It is the one where my rags are. It's like cleaning supplies and safety supplies somewhat, but mostly cleaning. So I got my gloves, I got all my hand cleaners, I got my towels, I got my ear plugs. I always keep tons of ear plugs. My carbon choke cleaner, parts cleaner, face masks, which are in high demand now because of the virus going around, and all my grease tubes and stuff like that. And these are all my, I got these, which I don't know why they're in this compartment, but they are. This is with all my grease fittings, metric and the grease zerts, metric and standard for the equipment. Gotta have those. Gotta have those. This one right here is all hand tools. You got Hilti, you got Bosch. I got all my plastics down in the bottom, some wire, my ram sets, which is my Hilti gun, and this is a Hilti driver. These are 4-inch grinders, sawzalls, anything you can imagine, drills, whatever you need for hand tools. So this one is the bases to our cones. These are our cones. On to the other side, this is our fuel. Okay, we got mixed gas, regular gas, and all our oils, antifreeze, funnels, anything you need to run equipment, and lubrication is in this compartment. That's where we fuel our gas. This one is nothing but fabrics, filter fabrics, all my stakes for laying out a foundation. We put our prints on here when we go to do a site. Just basic, everything we need that is filter related and site prevention. We put silt fences in here, everything. Nice little compartment for that. This one, we got some oils, we got moving blankets, my this is a case of paint, marking paint, and tarps we put down at the bottom. This one is a safety bin, caution tapes. We got 2 fire extinguishers, my triangles, safety glasses, flashlights, tire plugs. I don't know why this is O-ring gaskets. I don't know why that's in there, but all sorts of straps, rigging, safety construction site or signs, and a grease gun filter. And this would be 80-90, I believe. Yeah, 80-90 lubricant in the bottom. Last but not least, some more safety. We got cones, we got no shoulder signs, helmets, and flags, and then some rebar. You know, they go on the top of rebar, and that. Hard hats was the word I was looking for in there when I said helmet. All right, let's go inside. All right, let's go inside. As you see, I swept it out. Trying to make it a little nicer. But everything on the right is my tape measures, my hammers that were in here, this part every day, so we don't have to climb in. That's what I like to grab. On the left over here, sledgehammers and everything that I use that we don't have to get in. We got loppers hanging up, and we got bolt cutters. All sorts of size sledgehammers in there. We got a T-square in there. And down here on the right is our pins for forming and whatnot. Now we go up in. This is our everyday box that we use. And you can take this out and go with you. You put your stuff that you're going to use for that day if you're foreman or whatever, and you need stuff, and that stays on. We got Makita drills. We're switching all over to these guys right here, the Milwaukee's. Had Makita for years, still like them. Just switching over. I got the Waltz also. Here's all my fasteners. We use these deck screws for everything. I got all sizes. Big boxes, little boxes. All right, step on up. This little bay here, this is our everyday stuff we throw in, throw out. So there's always loose stuff in this area. This is a fuel cell to fuel my equipment. Miscellaneous things here that we use. String lines and scrapers. These are to do those precast deck piers. If you don't know what they are, look in my videos. You'll see those precast deck piers. They screw in. On the left side, let's just go down the side and come back. So I'm getting confused here. On the top here is where we have all our paints, our cleaners, anything that's like this shape. We built these little shelves, and it works out good, you know. Starter fluid in the back. We use this in the springtime. Cutter for the bugs. Oil for the guns, whatnot. All right, we got our 100-foot tapes here, 300-foot tape up here, the old mask and caulking guns up there. We got a couple squares like this. We hang all our diamond blades, and cut metal blades are in here. Chalk lines in this area, chalk. This right here is full of pencils. We always don't have enough pencils, so I make sure I buy the whole case. They don't sell them like that, but I just buy them like that at Depot. I said I want the whole case, and it takes forever to get them, but we do it. All fasteners in here, all different sizes that we use, all self-tappers. And these ones are for concrete board. In here is just a miscellaneous drawer, you know, shelf, ladder brackets, you know, stupid stuff. We got pullers in here, which I don't know why they're in here. This is my concrete, my mortar gun. You hook the drill up to it. We got tape, we got TP. Up here is just miscellaneous nuts and bolts that we use all the time. Milwaukee stuff. Going down, oh, there's my water. I was looking for that. It's hot in here. Going down, we got a concrete vibrator in the back. We got all our brooms that we use for sidewalks or big pads, parking pads. Bull float here underneath, bull float handles, a little screed action, homemade screed action we built there. Concrete knee pads are in here. Back here we have our wire ties and all the accessories inside. We got a tie rebar or wire. Up here is another bull float mag deal. It's not a bull float, but it's like a bull mag, I call it. I really don't know the name of it. It's like a C channel bull float deal. It really works well. Up there is all our cones, which you saw the bases in that one back drawer. They're the bases for those. Okay, built all these little things. Miko did all this, you know, on his time that we're working and concrete's drying or whatever. He's in here always organizing and stuff. All our track shovels to clean out the tracks on the equipment. Got a bunch of those little guys. Buckets, all in a bucket holder. More concrete, cure and seal on the bottom. These buckets are tied up. Here we keep everything in bins. If we're doing concrete, this comes out. It's all concrete tools, flat work tools, sidewalks. This is masonry, and this is masonry, just brick hammers, trowels, joiners, sponge floats, string lines, all miscellaneous stuff that you would use doing bricks, blocks, you know, stuff like that. Concrete boots. These are all miscellaneous tools, wrenches, more socket sets, skill saw, big crescent wrench, more tools there. A miscellaneous drawer here of tools. And this is all my pipe fittings that we use. We have every fitting in the world in there. So we never have to run to depot or the yard or wherever we need to get parts for doing a septic field or drain tile or anything like that. Usually we have everything in here that we need, which is awesome. Like, that's the way I like to run this van. Is it's just a hardware store on wheels and all my tools. Before I had this, working out of pickup trucks, you're just back and forth to the shop or the barn 8 times to do one little small job. You're like, oh my God. So I was done with that. In the back, we got a wheelbarrow, of course. The pizza pan is back there that goes on the power trowel. All my shovels, rakes, come-alongs, bars. We got a rebar bender back there that's in there. Pickaxe. We got an air mover. This is a propane rosebud, which is here. Always got to heat stuff up, especially in the winter time. Another big bar here. Chainsaw. We got ISO 46 hydraulic oil. Always need that. You never know, you got a hydraulic line break. You know, you got to fill it back up. Demo saw. Got 3 of these. 2 partners and then a steel. 2 blowers. Steel blowers. We got our Spectra Laser LL400. Honda generator, must have, very quiet, efficient, awesome. Got all our 6-foot level here hanging, and on this side, which I had forgot, we got a regular 4-footer there and a 4-footer there. Tons of straps and tie downs for when we're getting plywood, getting this, getting that. You always have to strap stuff down so it's not flopping back and forth. Got a hose, because you always need a hose. We got a brand new Milwaukee grease gun, never even used yet. That will be coming out soon. Our marking paint sprayer there, some gloves up in here, another go-to packet here, just that we could take out, and then all miscellaneous tie straps, and I don't know what else is in there, bunch of miscellaneous stuff like pencils and whatnot. Got shims back here, got a 24 volt, 12 volt, either or, 12, 24, jump start pack. Here's our legs to our Spectra receiver. Have many sets of those. Here's a straight screed 12-footer aluminum for concrete, and we use it for other things too. Here's just another thing we put our laser on if we're doing concrete or not, so we don't get this laser rod all concrete and dirty. You know, we just use this one for dirt, we use this one for concrete. Now, we got gas pump or fuel pump here for diesel. I think I already covered this area. What else we got? We got a set of punches and chisels for when we got to knock out things. You always have to knock out a pin out of an excavator bucket or not. You need those. Tons of different hammers and wire cutters. But I think I went around this thing pretty good, to tell you the truth. I think I did. I don't see anything I missed. But you can see all that stuff I just listed. How many tools is that? And it's all in here. And you still got this whole thing open. So, you know, go to the yard in the morning, the manufacturer's warehouse, and you can pick up anything you want. You know what I mean? And you still got all this room in here. We put pipes, we put plywood, we put planks, we put wood, scaffolding, everything. And the best part about it is it's dry storage. You know what I mean? We don't ever have to worry about anything getting wet and over the weekend, if you know what I mean, anything, it just stays in there. So you got all the outside compartments, all the inside compartments on each side, and then the whole center. It's kind of a no-brainer. It's really good truck. I wish it was, you know, not as old, and these are wicked expensive to buy new, but being a cab over, it gets in every spot. You know what I mean? It's so nice to turn because it's a cab over. All right, enough about the van. I know people were asking about it, so I wanted to just get that. On to the next one on the list. This is my first triaxle I ever had. It's a Ford LT 9511 with a cat motor 3406E, which has about 550 horse. Moving to the back of it, we got a barn door gate option, which you just put these pins in here and it lets that swing open like a barn door. So when you're dumping big things like that, you're not blowing them through the tailgate. This truck doesn't have that, and it will be missed. So if I do get rid of this truck, that's going to be a tough proposition, because I could open this up and just stuff concrete in there, stumps, whatever, and then shut it again, and the same thing as dumping it. This has been a good truck. It's been a real good truck. So on to this one. Most of you guys already seen this, but like I said, people that are new, this is a Kenworth T800 dump truck, and it's got the Cummins ISX 15 in it, and that's a 500 horse. And I haven't used that much. I bought that last year, so hopefully this year we'll be using it. The only thing I got to do left to this is put the tow package on it, get a pintle plate welded on the back, and the air in the inside. And this is my truck that I tow my skid steers with and stuff, but I really don't use it much for work. It's mainly my regular vehicle. It's completely filthy now, but it's a Cummins diesel 3500 Laramie. Really nice truck, a lot of power, tugs those machines around. So this is my 20-ton tag trailer. It's a DYNAWELD. It's a good trailer. Could use paint, but other than that, I went through it. It's really good. It's got good tires, good brakes, everything works. Really good trailer, can't complain. This one I bought new probably 2 years ago now, and this is a tilt trailer made by Big Tex. It's a 7-ton. Put the skid steer on it, it maxes this trailer out with that skid steer on it. I mean, Blew a tire last year on it because I didn't check the tires, but that's about it. So that tire's new. But this is a good trailer. Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the tour. It was a perfect time to do it because we're shut down because of the virus. And we are here in New York. So hopefully the next time you see me, we'll be running these equipment and the shutdown isn't going to be all month long and really crush us. So, again, thank you. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Everybody, take care and be safe.